Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy was frightened over Poppy sleeping with Finn. Sheila also got sneaky to help Remy. So then's how it all played out. At Il Giardino, Remy showed up hoping to get his old job back now that he was out of jail with time served. Sheila admitted she liked Remy and saw some of herself in him. But she knew Deacon wouldn't go for the idea. Will was Hope's kinsman, and by now they were each apprehensive of what Remy had done to Electra. Still, Sheila still helped Remy out when Bill appeared. After Sheila set up Bill demanded someone to fix the AC at the manse. She introduced him to Dario, and knew he'd do an awful job. Remy really did know a thing or two about fixing air exertion, so he played on and went home with Bill. Once Bill prompted Luna to hide, he let Remy in and gave him $500 along with the request for discretion. After Bill told Remy to leave formally the job was done, he dashed off to handle some work calls. Luna approached Remy once he was alone and realized he was there to repair the AC. As Luna was drooling with Remy, he recalled a news story about a Forrester intern who committed double homicide and asked if that was her. At the sanitarium, Lee joined Poppy and noticed she sounded worried. Now that they were mending walls, Lee was glad Poppy felt comfortable coming to her now. As Lee rehashed the history, she wished she'd handled effects else with Poppy and Luna. Lee allowed. Perhaps Finn would end to test his kinsman if she'd been more probative and averted Luna from going down that minatory path. Lee formally again asked Poppy for remission, so Poppy had guilt written all over her place due to the secret she was keeping. At the Precipice house, Finn eventually revealed to Steffy, who learned he'd life-changing particular news regarding a woman from his history. Steffy realized this was a woman Finn slept with and was confused when Finn admitted she'd been to their home before. Finn admitted he was talking about Poppy, so Steffy was frightened over his consanguineous aunt taking him to bed when he was only 18. Steffy felt like Poppy must have taken advantage of Finn's innocent crush, and said he no way should have been put in that situation. Steffy also assured Finn that this wouldn't change anything between them and refocused out there were no lasting impacts. Finn confessed there was further to the story, and he made a vaticination about telling Steffy commodity she didn't want to hear. Steffy's about to face some shocking Luna maternity updates, so don't miss the fallout of Finn's admission. Remy meets Luna plus. Finn tells Steffy about Penelope Poppy. At the Precipice house, Steffy wants to hear about Finn's big news. Finn warns it's life-changing. Steffy asks if it's about a case. Finn says it's about a woman from his history, and it's someone Steffy knows. An aged woman. Steffy is getting further confused by the nanosecond. Finn says it's Aunt Poppy. Steffy is affrighted. Steffy can't believe Finn slept with his aunt. Finn says he was 18. Steffy is indeed more affrighted. Steffy says that 18 is really youthful. Finn says he was trying to be a man and act like one. Steffy can see how embarrassed Finn is by this. Steffy apologizes that Finn had to go through that. Steffy tells Finn that what Poppy did to him was wrong. Steffy realizes how Luna turned out so wrong. Steffy starts raving about Luna's crimes against her. Steffy says the wrong must run through Luna's modes. Finn hasn't told her the Luna part yet. The good croaker tries, but the lady cuts him off and says there's no continuing impacts. We'll get through this. That's when Finn says there's more. Over at the sanitarium, Poppy frenetically paces recalling her exchanges with Finn. Lee Finnegan walks in, pleasantly surprised to see her little family. Lee asks what's wrong. Poppy isn't physically ill but is in a bad way mentally. Lee assumes it's about Luna. The two talk and Lee keeps apologizing for criminating her of sleeping with Jack Finnegan. Sheila is working behind the bar at Il Giardino. Sheila freezes when she spots Remy. The villain wants his job back. Remy calls it a evanescent lapse in judgment, and he's been released on time served. Sheila says deepfakes are enough sick. Sheila brings up that Electra Forrester was supposed to be his friend. Remy starts getting frustrated, but Sheila says she's not one to judge. Sheila would give Remy another chance but doesn't suppose Deacon Sharp will. Sheila tells Remy that Will Spencer is Hope Logan's kinsman. Remy doesn't want to go back to Texas. Bill Spencer walks by and Sheila tells Remy, who he is Will's veritably rich and veritably important pater. Bill walks up to the bar and demands his takeout order. The publication's Napoleon mentions a broken AC and being unfit to get anyone out there. Remy asks about pollutants. Bill knows nothing about how the machine works, and clearly doesn't do anything with pollutants. The youthful man is from Texas, he could fix it. Sheila tells Bill that Dario did great work for them. He should hire the sprat. While Bill walks down to suppose about it, Sheila tells Remy she likes him. Sheila adds that the youthful man reminds her of herself. Bill returns and takes Remy up on his offer. When Remy jogs after Bill, Sheila smiles. At the Spencer manse, Luna is hot. Bill walks by and Luna asks for an update. The house director is gone and he's having trouble getting a repairer out there. Luna still thinks it's better than captivity. Bill returns and shoos Luna down before letting Remy in. Bill hands Remy a gob of plutocrat and says he's also paying for his discretion. Get the AC fixed and get out. When Bill leaves, Luna walks in to meet the repairer. Remy recognizes her from Forrester Creations. The youthful man also knows about her crimes. Effects are coming to a head this week at Forrester Creations. Ivy's new jewelry line launched last week, and despite it being an immediate projected success, Carter Walton's heart eventually caught up with him. Rather of defiantly justifying his takeover of the company, he understands that he tricked some of his closest musketeers into subscribing away their livelihood. Carter has spent the last many months justifying his every move, acting entitled to run the business simply because he believes that he can set Forrester Creations up for unborn success as a global luxury brand. He was hurt when Rich Forrester and Eric Forrester didn't want to set his ideas into stir, and he was furious over Steffy Forrester's treatment of the Logans, so he relatively literally stole the company. 2 little autographs on new LLC paperwork, and just like that, Rich and Steffy gave Carter all the power he demanded to control the company. At first, Carter and Hope were united in running effects, believing that the sky is the limit, and also Carter started to feel shamefaced. Ridge was his stylish friend and Eric created Forrester Creations and grew it from nothing. They did treat him like family in all the ways that counted most, and this is how he repaid them. The collective cheerleading between Hope and Carter seems to have come to a whistling halt. He has suggested that Ivy's jewelry launch is a way for them to go out on top, and Hope lost her mind at the study of not continuing. Carter suggested that if they apologize and show Ridge the projected figures, perhaps it'll all be okay, and Hope can't believe that he's indeed considering bringing their run of power to an end. Hope has said that she won't apologize and that she can't go back to the way that effects were ahead, and her passions are accessible. She has been treated horribly, especially by Steffy for times. In numerous ways, she really doesn't owe Steffy anything, or indeed Ridge for that matter. At this point you have to wonder, if Hope hadn't been in Carter's observance cheering him on, would he ever betray Ridge in the first place? After weeks of not going into the office, Ridge decided to pay Carter a visit, and his timing couldn't have been better. Carter was formerly deep in his passions, and had just had a shindig with Hope over putting the company back in the hands of those who earn it the most, the Forresters. The question is how it'll be. Will Carter just walk down and deal himself out? Or will he negotiate with Ridge? Will his heart rising to the face make Ridge, Steffy, and Eric make him an offer to stick around?